Well, hey y'all, it's Deanna. Welcome to my channel. We're going to walk around and look at some of my survival seeds from the collaboration Survival Seeds 2026 and see how they're doing, especially in this ridiculous heat that we're having around here. Now, my hyssop right here, this is not doing so well. It looked pretty good, but the hotter it got, the worse it looked. But it's still alive, so hopefully when fall rolls around, it will look a lot better. Even my basils look awful. Like this one is a Genovese basil. Looks like they're getting chewed up. They've probably got aphids. I have a net over that because I put a tomato in here and my tomato plants are getting decimated by army worms, even the ones that are covered. So I'm like, why did I even bother? Why did I bother? Because I was trying to keep them growing, my fall seedlings growing and not being completely ruined, but that was it's just not working. This was, hang on y'all, there's a weed there. This was celery. It looked pretty good here a week or two ago, and now it looks like it's just about dead. Celery's not enjoying this heat and humidity at all. Now, my California Wonder bell pepper plants right here and right here, that one's looking a little stressed, but there's a pepper on it. Let's see if I can get to it. There it is. This one's looking a lot better. And there's a pepper in here. And let me see if this is a pest or just... Okay. I mean, even the army worms are getting onto the basil. Like, I don't know which kind of basil this is. Let me see. That's a blue spice basil. Yeah. They're just, I don't know. There is a Moon and Stars watermelon plant right here. Now, this is planted late to see if I get any in the fall. It's not looking so hot. The other one's looking better. I'm just wondering if this one's not getting enough sun. It also doesn't get, I don't think it gets as much rain because of the way the tree above, the pecan tree hangs over it. Look at all those green pecans on the ground. The squirrels. There will be no pecans. See, this one's a Moon and Stars, and it looks a lot better. And it's even trailing over this squash right here. And these were planted late for fall. The ones I planted to have watermelon in the summer did not survive. Didn't survive. There's another, wait, that's cardinal basil. Genovese basil was for the collaboration. Here's some purple tomatillas. Oh, look. I've got tomatillas. Huh. I need to put, lift these back up. It's been so hot out here, I haven't done what I need to be doing. Look. Oh, no, there's nothing in that one. And this is what I'm talking about with my tomatoes. This was a tomato I was trying to keep through to fall. I'm gonna have to cut it down. Just gonna have to cut it down. I think they're all that way. And it's not hornworms. I've had one hornworm out here. It's army worms that are just ruining them. Absolutely ruining them. Okay, hang on, y'all. Something is under my foot in my flip-flop. Ouch, and it's poking me. Okay. There's some thyme, orange yellow thyme. What's the other? I have some other, there's some more hyssop. Now see, this hyssop looks better. And I think that's because it gets more shade than the one I showed you at first. Though I haven't harvested any hyssop. I don't even know how to harvest it. I need to figure that out. And start making use of it. There's a celery that looks a little bit better because it gets more shade than that one I showed you. Still doesn't like the heat. Still doesn't like the heat. Walking on those pecans is uncomfortable. Some more basil. The basil was getting hit also by aphids really badly. Excuse me. Oh look, here's the bell pepper. Let me go. I don't remember planting a bell pepper there, but we'll go around and I'll see what the tag says. You know how your flip-flops, when they get wet, get a little slippery? Gotta love it. Let's see what this is, because I do not remember that being a bell pepper. It's supposed to be an orange spice jalapeno. That's not an orange spice jalapeno, y'all. That's a bell pepper. Okay, well, I'll use the bell pepper too. Okie dokie. I mean, I planted brassica seeds inside the house. I have a tomato coming up. I didn't plant those tomatoes in there. Why is there a tomato when I planted brassicas? Like, really? See, there's the celery that's doing really, it's not the best looking, but it's doing really well for where I am down here on the Gulf Coast of Alabama. It's so hot. So that one's looking good. But it gets more shade than the other, even more shade than the others. So there's some oregano right there. It's trailing along. I need to cut it back and dry it. I like to use my herbs fresh. I haven't been drying any herbs, which I need to do. Now here's some celery that looks even better because it gets mostly shade all day long. So, yeah. What else did I plant? Oh, let's see if I can find them. I have some Hale's Best cantaloupes planted for the fall because they didn't survive for the summer. Did it fade off of here? Oh, no, that's a Prescott melon. Let me see. This one looks like it's doing really poorly. Whatever it is. Let's see. Nope, another Prescott melon. I know those Hale's Best are around here somewhere. Ah, there's one. It's not doing so great, but it's still got time, I think. I hope. Our first frost isn't until November the 28th, I believe. Supposed to be. Now, it could come earlier, it could come later. What is that? That's another Hale's Best. See, this one looks better. Maybe because the hotter it gets in the daytime, this one gets more shade than that other one. Or it could just be the location. So, yeah. Let me see. You know, I don't remember what's planted for this collaboration, and I should, but I don't. There were tomatoes for it. Hot, y'all, sorry. But I didn't grow any of those tomatoes for that collaboration. But I was going to try and grow some for the fall that come from that collaboration. Some of the pink brandywine. Oh my word, it's hot in here. And I don't know that I'm going to have any because most of these are tomato seedlings for fall, and they all look absolutely atrocious because I had them sitting out, and the moth that produces armyworms laid eggs. And so I moved them in here, but I wasn't closing the door at night, so they were still getting hit. Now I've been closing the door. Oh, here's some pink brandywines. Look at them. I might be able to get one of those to survive, maybe two. but I don't want to plant them out because they're just going to get ruined. And look, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a worm in there. I can't see the screen, y'all. Let me turn it around and see if I can do that. There, it's in there. So even with me closing the door and the windows, they're still getting hit, because I've been closing the doors and windows for a week, I think, at least, and I still have worms showing up. Okay, anyway, there's the zucchini that I planted and I tried to grow in here. Because of the vine borer, it hasn't done well in here. It started out pretty well, but it hasn't done well. And I haven't seen any female flowers on it in a long time. So I still water it in hopes that a female flower shows up and something pollinates it, but I'm not gonna count on getting any zucchini. The thing that I use in place of a zucchini, if I want to eat some of it, is that right there. That's my loofah plant. I haven't eaten any of it. I've given some of it to my neighbor. And I need to cut this one, but I think it's probably too big to cook now. So I'm just gonna let it go, and when some more pop up, I'll cut them off, and if I don't eat them, she will. But I don't eat very many vegetables anymore, y'all, because of carbs. Anyway, look, I've got tomatillas here. Ooh. They're probably ripe. That one's a little soft, and that one's soft, so I probably could use those. And see, even these tomatillas are not liking the heat, combined with the rain that we've been getting every day or every other day. Yeah, they're just not. So it's a weird year. That one has rotted. See, I didn't even know it got that way. It's probably something that got in it. And this one's still pretty firm, but it would work. I just like, if I don't have many of those to even attempt to make salsa verde, I will just cut them up and make a quiche with a tomatilla layered in it. And that's probably what I'll do here soon. Okay, I think that's it, y'all, because that's all I have out here that I remember being survival seeds. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Bye now.